You're getting the warning from the wife not to tell a story, but that's the best part is now that you've brought it up, Brad Adam, you've got to tell the story before we get the real show started. What do you got for me?
Well, I need your advice on something, which, I know you will. All right, so the younger two daughters are camp counselors, so they're up 7:30, getting ready for work. Sure. One of them comes in and says, "Hey, Dad," wakes me up. The dog threw up. We've done this before, Puck, okay? So I look at her, and I'm like, all right. She's like, Al, I got to go to work. I don't have time to clean it up. And I'm like, all right. I'm going to be strong this time, Puck. All right. So I stay in bed. A little later, the wife comes in. So, hey, girls are gone. The dog threw up. I haven't had time to clean. I got to work. I haven't had time to clean it up either. So it's still on the carpet. I'm like, okay.
That's good.
So I walk out of the room. There it is, Puck.
Just sitting there.
It's still there.
Sitting there. It's just marinating in the carpet as we speak.
Yeah,
How long has it been there? Hours now.
Hours. So my question, do I stay strong? Do I clean it? Do I just – because clearly it's stained. I'm not going to be able to get it out now.
Yeah, it's
like
done.
I said, it's soaked in there. So what do you think? Do I have them do it? Do I do it? Is this a lesson, Puck, or is it like this is why we don't get another dog like they want?
So they don't take care of the dog.
Well, they do pretty well except for throw up
because they're sickened by the vomit.
I guess.
Yeah, and it's
so what do you think?
I say pick it up.
You do.
Put in their room. That's what I say. Put it on their bed. That's what I did one time with my daughter when I just begged her. No, but she wouldn't pay. I'm like, part of your responsibilities are you got to go in the backyard and pick up dog poop.
Yeah.
Okay, just go do it.
They hate that.
No, didn't want to do it. Missed one day, missed like 3 days. And I said, go do it. So I did. I picked it up and I put the bag on her bed.
Oh my gosh.
I said, there you go. And I let it just marinate in her room. And it was like a hot day. She was gone all day long. It stunk her room up. She's like, what happened? What's wrong in my room? Why is there poop on my bed? I said, well, I told you to pick it up.
Now, did she learn?
No, she did not.
She's like, I'll just sleep in this. It's fine.
I'll just. I think she put it on the ground and like, it's not that bad.
Kids. So soft.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't learn. So I don't know.
In the carpet, it's stained. I mean, pick it up now. It's stained. Well, I mean, you should.
I'll blot it, with the paper.
Yeah.
Blot.
Oh God.
And like the
no carpet
cleaner.
That's you can't have carpet. That's why we're blessed with a 1928 house that
all hardwood.
All hardwoods. Yeah. No carpet.
That's the key.
Hate carpet.
I don't know. Well, yeah. If it starts smelling, I guess I will.
No, so it's just sitting there now. The wife still hasn't done anything.
Oh no.
You know what? Hold the line.
They keep coming to me. You think so?
Hold the line. Hold the line. Hold the line. See who blinks first.
Nasty. All right.
Well, you've decided. You want to get started?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. It's the Brad Adams Show.
Thank you for that.
This is wonderful.
I could for like life advice with the kids and stuff, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, I'd spend 30 minutes on this rather than the Mariners.
The listeners do, right? Yeah. Well, I think yesterday. What are we going to talk about?
The listeners would appreciate what we just discussed. They've all gone through the Brad Adams Show, brought to you by John Howie's Steak. You won't find dog vomit there. They clean it up immediately. Entertain your next clients, family, and friends at John Howie's Steak. Have the best dining experience in the city. Visit johnhowiesteak.com. You can follow Brad there on Twitter at Real Brad Adam. He does a 45-minute Q&A after every post-game show on his way home. Yes, he tweets and drives.
No question too long.
Yeah, no question. No question too long. You should start doing that. Why don't you incorporate something into the post-game show, like callers?
Well, that's radio. Can you imagine?
Some TV shows or some TV post-games
Some have done that, yeah. I don't think anymore, but they have done that.
Have you seen the White Sox post-game show, by the way?
Oh, my gosh. We were in Chicago.
That's unbelievable. It's like a nightclub.
Ozzie Guillen and those guys, yeah. And they just ripped the team, and they're just making fun of everybody and saying how bad they are, this and that. And you're like, What in the world?
But I'm just saying, like the area, like how they do it, the set they do it on. Like the couches, the lounging around, like that's unbelievable. Like you guys need that setup. You need that setup.
The worst. And that team.
You don't like that? You don't like that? Like the couches and the living room setup?
We've Jen has pitched the show idea, Root Sports After Dark, where we do something like that. And just kind of talk more freely. Maybe have a little vino and kind of just chat about stuff.
You're not going to go for that?
It got past like the initial stage, and then it hasn't made air yet.
Let me ask you, when they said speak freely, you think that's when they said nope?
Nope. Yeah. Now, when you mean freely, do you mean you would criticize?
Yeah.
No.
When she does the cooking shows, is that her apartment, or is that like a safe house, a CIA safe house? What is that?
Some of those were shot in spring training at the house that they get for the Root Sports crew. We get a house. Some are at her place here. So it kind of depends on who and when. Yeah.
Are you ever going to appear on the cooking show?
If she was, I guess, desperate for a guest, but that would be a fun show. Get Angie and I on there with Jen, because we would do nothing. Have Jen cook.
Yeah.
Angie would bring like 6 bottles of wine.
Yeah, and then what would you ask Jen to make? Like 7 different ways to saute kale? How many different ways can we make kale? Or is that what you would ask her to make you?
Let's see. She's a good cook.
She does look like a great cook.
I would let her kind of just pick.
Sure.
Puck, come on. I let loose every once in a while, Puck.
See what? Turkey burger?
A turkey burger.
Sometimes I put ketchup on it.
Whole wheat, not gluten-free bun, and turkey.
Yeah. Woo. Man, kick the shoes off and
pickles,
party. Yeah. Oh, pickle. I love a good pickle.
I do too. I got a friend who makes jars his own pickles, so I'm excited. They grow those back. I'm very excited at T-Mobile. I just learned this.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Talking to the groundskeeper. They've got back in the sod farm, which is where, so where we are out in the pen? They've got this grass area that they have extra turf where they need to replace turf at concerts and whatever.
Sure, yeah.
I know the sod farm. So it's a sod farm here, and they've got this row of like a garden. And I never knew really what was in there. I have some flowers and some other things. But they've got some marijuana, maybe. Pumpkins? No, I would recognize that, Puck.
Can you imagine if they were growing? What is out there? Like Rodriguez is running back. What is that smell? Is that
like I know that?
Is that pot farm back there?
What is that? We got
pumpkins back there?
And pickles. And so they're going to jar some pickles for me. So I'm excited about this.
Crew's got so the grounds crew has got a community garden at T-Mobile.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, on the back there. I mean, why not? They're there every day growing. They know what they're doing. It's fantastic.
Hey, before we get to baseball and we get to Victor Robles, what's the rhyme or reason with the hot dog thing floating from the sky? Is there a day? They do it every day? Why don't or not? Is it just on? Is it only on Sundays?
That's a good question.
Would you eat a hot dog that came from the sky? Who touched it?
Yeah, and it's got to be just plain, right? No condiments.
Well, yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah, well, you're not a hot dog guy, so.
If they're grilled, I'll do like a good hot dog every once in a while. And a bratwurst. I do like a good grilled brat. Yeah. I don't know. I know they did them for the Sunday night game. I mean, they pulled out all the stops, right? The City Connect jerseys. Yeah. They've got the hot dogs going. I'm sure they went to Pike Place Market and threw fish. They
brought fish to the. They brought fish to the booth.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Yeah, very Seattle. And let's see.
I like that. See, everyone gets up in arms anytime like national media comes here and they show Pike Place.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
I like it. I always do. It never bothers me that they go out there and they throw the fish. It's cool. I like it. I just
when I go, I watch. I know. And of course, Julio had to be activated for that game.
Let me ask you, if it was a 1:15 start and they were playing the Mets, do you think he's activated?
No chance.
Yeah.
No chance.
Yeah.
For him to go out there and strike out 5 times.
Whose call do you think that was?
I would not be surprised if Julio really pushed that. He wanted to get back for that game just because he loves the national stage. Good for the brand, Puckett.
Yeah, but doesn't someone need to step in and be an adult in the room?
Right, and say, you're not ready. I mean, you watch him run the bases. I was there, the day before. And
it wasn't even close to ready.
It's like you and I running, Kind of the joke we have, with Julio every day. I kind of see him and I'm like, can I still beat you in a race? And before, it was like, yeah, I could beat him. But then he said he got to like 40% and he thought he could beat me. I'm like, 40%?
When did he say he was 40%? That was the day before?
No, that was like a week ago. And then he said he got to 60%. And then we both agreed that his 60% was probably faster than me. So we figured
come on,
that.
Brad.
Yeah, we figured he could do that.
But I don't know. Here's the thing. What happened if he hits the ball and he tears out of the box and rounds first and hurts it again? I thought it was a mistake what they did. But
I thought a little bit too. I know there's an off day yesterday and they're playing, road trip today and they DH him and I get all that stuff. But you're right. He's not going to consciously say, whoa, don't run fast.
Yeah.
When he's got like a beat out a double play or go at extra bases on a hit, just jog out of the box. It's a tough situation. You'd love to have him there, obviously, and get the bat in the lineup, especially that DH spot where they need somebody. But
no rehab appearance. I mean, he clearly, they can have whatever they want pregame with, whatever, pitching machine they've got, but come on, that doesn't simulate actual live pitching. I mean, it does its best it can, but not, you need a rehab assignment to go out and actually see it and be in the box.
Or at least, face live pitching a few days. Right?
Yeah.
Have some guys throw to you, but he just, it all worked out because they won 12-1.
They did.
Right?
I just think that was that felt to me, this, you could discuss this in your After Dark show. That felt to me that was a decision made above.
And maybe
that's what it felt like to me.
It's like, hey, we're on this national stage, first time in 20 years. We need
to have our superstar
everything.
out.
Yeah, we need everybody and everything. We'll mic up our guys. We'll do this. We'll do that.
Can we go After Dark there? Yeah. Does this mean Victor Robles now will be doing all interviews with Root and other people now in English, or are we still going to use the interpreter?
Right. Interesting there. Yeah, he seemed
he comes out
pretty well
when they mic'd him up, and I'm like, oh, they got him mic'd up. I'm like, oh, and
how's this going to work?
My first thought was, okay, well, Eduardo Perez is there. Is someone going to get the phone, or is everyone going to?
Because that's the landline. We still have a landline. Pike. Excuse me, Puck. I don't know if anybody has a landline.
Call me Pike? I'm not your producer, Pike.
Landline. So, so that is either like
that's management calling
dentist,
right now. You better still stop talking about us in this After Dark show. We are not effing going to do it.
No, it usually spam or some solicitor stuff, so we never answer that. I'm not sure why we still have that.
I love that you still have a landline. It's great. I've always wanted a landline. Great. And I want a flip phone back.
Keep it back, yeah.
Yeah. Where was? What
were we talking about?
Robles. So when I saw that he's going to be available, he's going to be mic'd up. I'm thinking, well, Eduardo Perez is there, so maybe he's just going to do it in Spanish,
right? And
then they go to him early. It's I don't know. It's like the second inning or something like that. Whenever they went to him, it was the first, and he's talking, and I'm like. He's unbelievable. He's better English than the American guy.
We were all surprised at that, right?
I bet you were.
Damn, Vic. All right, talking about his monkeys and running around out there.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Well, should be comfortable to do all interviews in English. He sounded great.
Yeah, and then to find out that he got his extension, about a half hour before the game? Which is cool.
Would have been really cool if he had announced. I guess they thought he was going to do it on the show.
Because he's Victor, right? Sure.
Yeah.
So 2-year deal. What, 2 year and a third option?
Does he get more monkeys now?
He can afford more. I don't know. But aren't they free over there? They just kind of roam around.
What do you mean they're free?
Like where he is in the DR. I think he's out in the.
I don't know if they're free. I just don't think you can just scoop them up off the side of the street. But he's got 2 monkeys. I mean,
that's awesome.
Would you want a pet monkey?
I don't think so.
Well, you don't like your pet. You don't like your dog, so.
I do like my dog. I like clean up after my dog.
Oh, okay.
Hey, remember when Omar Vizquel, he was here and he would come in. He had like a little baby kangaroo. Was like the weirdest pet I've ever seen.
No.
he would bring the baby kangaroo to the ballpark.
I don't think I never covered that. I never covered when
it was when he was
in Cleveland.
Yes. So, but he still had his house here. So then he would come.
He had a pet kangaroo.
Yeah, baby kangaroo. That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. A monkey's pretty cool, but baby kangaroo. Yeah.
Here's the thing with the monkey that I don't like. Yeah. They scare me, and I feel like they're carrying some type of disease with them.
True.
And I feel like they would turn on me, and one night I would wake up laying in bed, and that monkey would be on top of me with those teeth out and a knife, and he's like, just ripping me in the chest. I feel they would turn on you eventually.
Yeah, because they don't have – you can't put them in a cage, right? Because they can just get out of anything. They just kind of run free in the house, I guess.
I mean –
I'm with you.
Where does he put the monkeys? Is he married?
I don't know.
He brings a lady friend over where the monkey's just hanging around.
Right.
They sit up on the nightstand. To the left.
Now we know we can ask these questions to Victor. This is great.
What if the next time that you guys talk to him, and he brings over Freddie, the interpreter? Yeah.
I love Freddie.
I'd be an all-time baller move if I'm Robles. Hold on.
Bring over Freddie.
Bring Freddie and have him do the interview. That'd be great.
Well, good for him, I guess,
Yeah, what'd you think of? I mean, it's not much money. I mean, think about it. It's a 2-year deal, like less than $10 million.
Yeah.
Throw him a bone. It's not a lot of games, but
it's not. But you're right. I mean, he can, depending on what Mitch decides to do next year, maybe he's your right fielder next season. He certainly
think there's any. Wait a minute. Do you think there's any?
There's no chance.
There's any chance that Mitch Haniger says, you know what, I'm not going to take the $17 million that you owe me?
No, you're probably right. Okay. You're probably right. So he mixes in there and right and left DH, and it'll be interesting to see how when Julio comes back, how they get Robles, playing time, Raleigh playing time, and Canzone playing time. Because even lefty righty, I mean, Rosarena is going to start against everybody. Julio does the same thing. You would think Robles, the way he's going, is going to start against.
I think that's your starting outfield. That's and then you bring Mitch in Canzone and Canzone and Raleigh just pinch hit. I mean, Raleigh can play a little first, and then Haniger comes in late if you get a left-hander or whatever. I mean, that's what I think, but
probably
I would roll with that for as long as he can. I mean, Robles needs to play every day. They should not be in a platoon situation with him.
No, you're right. Yeah.
And he should be hitting leadoff when JP comes back.
We'll see. You don't like to lose your job with injury. A lot of people say that. So
but he didn't hit when he came back.
Yeah, true. Well, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I mean, JP being good at 9, I like him there too. So
hit him 9. The only reason you wouldn't do it is because you think that his psyche would be fragile.
Right. Talk to him, see how he is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you talk to him. You clearly talk to him before you make. He shouldn't just show up to the ballpark and go outside of Skip's office and see the lineup out there and go, "Oh, really? I'm hitting 9th." I mean, you talk to him, but
just keep Cal in the middle of that lineup every day.
Oh my God!
Before you and I were saying he needs a day off. Got to give him a break. But now it's like, you know what? Nope. You got to play every day, Cal. Sorry.
And he does play every day. He's right behind, I think, Old Hoppy for the most games played, starts and innings as a catcher. And think about this. And I don't think people realize this right now. And I talked about this on Tuesday's Daily Puck Drop. But he's the best catcher in baseball right now. Mm-hmm. Like they're I mean, honestly, there isn't really a debate on defensively, offensively, all around is the best catcher in baseball. The only thing he doesn't have is batting average.
Right. Which you and I don't care at all about.
Well, I care.
When you
not
got
with him.
25 and 76, already career high in RBI.
Yeah.
On pace for 100 RBI.
He leads baseball. 200. Hold on. He's got the number 1 WAR in baseball as a catcher.
Yep.
He's 5th in WRC plus, which they love. Everyone loves.
Yep.
He's 4th in slugging, number 1 in home runs, number 2 in RBIs. Fangraphs, their defensive metrics, he's the number 2 catcher in that.
Behind who?
Bailey for the Giants.
Oh, okay.
Patrick Bailey. Defensive runs saved. He's number 2, I believe, behind Bailey. He's the best in the American League at pitch framing. I just take for what it's worth. Yeah, just pitch framing. Whatever. And then this is a crazy one. Not crazy one, but the company he's about to join this year. I don't have it up in front of me. I'll look at how many home runs is he away from the most home runs in the first 4 years as a catcher. He's like
that's a great question.
He's a few away from being number 1.
Yeah, but like you're right. All the guys on their list are Hall of Famers.
Every one of them.
I think Bench is on there. I know Piazza's on there. I don't know if it's Fisk or not, but yeah, Hall of Famers, and he's like right there.
Yeah, I mean,
for home runs. Yeah,
you got to find this stat.
And remember his first year.
I found
he had, I think, like 2, and they count that, like in 2021.
So back on, let's see, August 11th. So they didn't play. Yeah, so this would have been. Yeah, this is updated. He's got 85. Okay, first 4 major league seasons.
Yep.
He's 3 away from Rudy. He just passed Earl Williams. He passed Will Smith. Okay. He is 7 away from Mike Piazza.
For the all-time.
All-time.
All right, now go back to his first year, which I believe was 21 when he got called up. He only had, I think it was 2, right?
I can't do all the work right now, Brad. You have a computer in front of me. In front of you. Hold on. Stats.
I want to say it's something close like that. Like he had nothing the first year. So basically these are 3 years.
His first year, he played 47 games, 2 home runs.
Thank you.
2022, he had 27. Last year, 30. Now 26.
So basically 3 years. That's amazing.
So
sign him.
So this one, so he leads one more defensive stat.
Oh, okay.
He leads all Major League Baseball in caught stealing.
Right. 22.
Okay?
Yep.
He did it last year, and he's doing it again this year. Do you know the last catcher to do that?
2 years in a row?
Yeah, 2 years in a row. This is the company he's about to join. So this is what he can do this year. He can do this little stat I'm going to give you, and then he's going to catch Piazza.
All right, what do you got?
The last catcher to go back to lead Major League Baseball in caught stealing in back-to-back years, 1982, 1983. Oh, just a guy named Gary Carter.
Pudge? Oh, Gary Carter.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And he's about if he does that, he's gonna join Gary Carter, first catcher to do that. He's about to top the best hitting catcher that we've seen in Mike Piazza. But this guy's
had some help, but that's fine.
Sure.
But you're right. And then he leads the team in, home runs, RBI, extra base hits. I mean, it's like a catcher doing that. It's like Josh Gibson did it 4 times. And there's like one other catcher to do that, lead their team in all those categories. He's amazing. He's their MVP. Yeah.
Just sign it. I mean, we've talked about this before. We don't think he's the best player because we still think, I think Julio's still the best player. But
yeah, I mean, talent-wise, sure.
But this guy's the most important player on the team.
And I would just love to find out if what Boris is saying, the teams they have to be in contact, right? I mean, come on. I just love to see if it's like we want to wait or we're going to buy out some years or
you got to do it.
What's
now.
it going to do? Or who knows? But yeah, that would be fascinating to be in on those conversations. 27?
27, right?
Okay.
27 years. Yeah, because he's turns
got 4 more years of
28. 28. He's a free agent. He's got 3 more years.
3 more.
3 more years. He turns 28 in November. I go to him right now. And I offer him a similar deal that the Phillies offered Realmuto. 5 years, 150. Well, go more, but 5 years, 115. See what he says to that. You're free, and then you're free agent by 32 again.
Yeah,
32, 33, and you can sign another deal.
And he can, if he's not, too beat up to catch or not great catcher
DH.
By that point, DH, right?
First base.
Yeah, he's pretty athletic too. I mean, you see him steal some bases, and you're like, he's pretty athletic, for a catcher. Maybe he could play a little
center
first
field?
Base. No, but I'm saying
of course
maybe
he could play
that.
first base. Oh, he can easily play first base. Easily.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
Will Smith has got he signed.
He did it, what, 10 for like 140?
10 for 140. He was 28. And
Realmuto,
I think, was 27 when he signed.
But those were all free agent years for Realmuto, right? I don't think those were any arbitration years. So I don't think you'd even have to pay that much.
Yeah. I'd have to check that.
I know. But yeah, there was some that, I mean, the cornerstone of your franchise, you're showing him, because he's a guy who spoke out, a few times about adding and trying to get better and trying to win. Now you're showing him that you are. You got Randy, you got Yimmy Garcia. I love saying that.
Yimmy. It's not Jimmy.
JT. No, it's Yimmy. And you bring all these guys in, and you're like, you know what? They're showing him that they're, adding, and they're trying to win, and they want to win the West this year, and they want to be good year after year after year. So that's a good sign, I think, for Cal to see that, and something that'll help in these negotiations. You hope that they're having the conversations, but I think that's got to help him seeing that.
I think it's got to help. I also think it's still something that maybe and just to speculate, maybe from his side, is that maybe the Mariners have come out and have offered him and have talked to him about it. But maybe he is, pump the brakes just to see, I want to see how committed you are to win.
Maybe, yeah. But, if you're him too, don't you say, well, this place, obviously, with his power, T-Mobile's an okay place to hit. He can be okay here. He doesn't worry about average. Guys,
sure,
don't worry about that. And with the staff and how dedicated they are to pitching and the guys that they have, him catching, it's got to be fun for him catching these guys. I mean, every single day you've got a number 1 or a 2 out there. It just doesn't happen across baseball, as we've seen. Series after series after series. We've seen, the Mets come in and they were garbage. Phillies came in, they had to have a bullpen day. And another rookie. You don't see a staff like this. And for a catcher, I think that he would want to, be around these guys and stay here and kind of grow with them, because he was with them in the minors, coming up together. So I think that, it'd be natural for him to just want to be here. You hope.
I agree. I think he wants to win, and I think he wants to be a part of an organization that's truly committed to winning. I think the one team that scares me the most, because of the history, because of his father, because of where he lives, I know it's not direct, are the Red Sox. The Red Sox scare me to death, because I for some reason I just have a gut feeling that he would love to play there.
Maybe eventually, right? Yeah. But let's see, let's say he doesn't sign and he leaves after the 28th season. That's another 3. And then he'd be 30?
31.
And then I don't know. It just makes sense to be here, but that's us talking, right?
Well, yeah. I would love for him to be here, but
I know.
Who knows what, he's pretty tight with his family. He's the East Coast guy. Yep. I mean, I think at some point maybe he wants to, end up back there. And he just comes across as a guy who likes the history of the sport and kind of the nostalgia of it. That's why I always think that maybe the Red Sox are a draw for him, but they've only got years for that. I mean, at least 3 years, but put a contract in front of him. Let's go.
I know it. Let's do it. Yep.
Sign him up.
Yep, and he's got a good one tonight with our buddy Scooble on the mound in Detroit. That was fun to watch. See he and Kirby again. I think Kirby's going to be a lot better. The last turn against Detroit, I mean, it's just only 3 runs, and we say, geez, he was off. 3 runs and 5 in the third, but Scooble was better. But Cal got him a 2-run homer, and that was their only offense.
He did.
Yeah. So this is 9 games in 9 days on the road. Pittsburgh, after Detroit, Pittsburgh's better, and they're slumping a little bit now, but they're better, and they get Skeens on Friday.
I know. Great.
Very excited about that. And then you go to the Dodgers, and Mookie had a homer last night. He's back. Ohtani homered. I mean, it'll be these 9 games in 9 days will be an interesting trip, an interesting test, because now look at Houston. 6 straight. They won last year. They're half game up.
Last night. Your guy Kikuchi on the mound.
Is he going today?
He's going today. Kikuchi ball tonight.
Here it is. I'm going to say 3 1/3.
He's so negative.
5 runs, 5 walks.
God, you just hate this guy.
No, we've just seen it. I mean, he's been good his first 2 turns, but we've seen it. So
so you think he's due for clunker tonight?
This is it.
3
1/3.
You're going 3 1/3 because what has he done? So you're saying because in his starts,
his first 2 starts are good.
He's given up 4 runs in 11 innings. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of strikeouts, a win. Verlander's having a second rehab start.
Strikeouts, Jesus.
Yeah, 2 starts. Yeah. Verlander's got 1 more rehab start, then I think he's going to join the rotation.
And then did I see video yesterday of Kyle Tucker,
Finally.
I believe, in the outfield doing work?
A little bit, yep. So they're thinking end of the month or September for him, which that's been a lot longer. They're kind of like teams, Mariners, everybody is very kind of secretive about injuries and the extent and what really happened. They've always called it a contusion to his shin. He fouled a ball off his shin, and then he did it again. So 2 balls, same spot. And they always called it a contusion. That was like the first week of June.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a second. If that's just a bone bruise, that had to be fractured. And
he
no, just a bruise. Clearly, that thing was fractured. So September, and we've seen what they've done lately. Not just win 6 in a row, but scoring a lot of runs. So the offense is coming. So again, 40 games, 40 some odd, 41, 2 left, whatever it is. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it is going to be fun.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Well, this was. I'm going to tell you right now. This is one of the banner shows that we've ever done. We covered your dog throwing up on the carpet,
and the oldest just got up, so she has already walked by the throw up.
Yeah, and we're recording this here on a Tuesday.
And I'm going to ask, 10-ish. Maybe will she do it?
Yeah. So it's almost 11 o'clock, and she's just gotten up.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Well, yeah. She works mornings sometimes, but not today, apparently.
Okay.
So we'll see if she does it.
So the long as we've been as we've been recording this, no one has picked up.
Nope.
Has cleaned up the throw up.
Nope.
And we're going to hold the line.
It's going to be hard, Puck, but I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you and the listeners.
And do it. I want to see.
Okay.
How about a picture? How about a picture? Take a picture of it.
Before and after? Each hour. It gets worse and worse each hour.
Do it. I did this with my wife when we come back from vacations because my wife will leave the suitcase on the bed for like weeks and won't unpack it.
Won't unpack it?
Yeah, I'm like,
that would drive me nuts.
I'm just like, unpack. Can you please, for the love of God, take your clothes out. Put it away. Just sits there. And so I document it. The longest was like a week and a half. It just sat there. I'm like,
she just loves you. I mean,
she does. Sure does.
She does.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
You're the best.
Right,
Brad Adam. Follow him on Twitter at Real Brad Adam. His weekly visit here on Tuesdays brought to you by John Howie Steak. Please go visit johnhowiesteak.com. Brad Adam every Tuesday, 1 o'clock on all the platforms. YouTube, please comment away. Also on Apple, Spotify, wherever you find your podcast. All right, Brad, we'll talk to you next Tuesday. Thank you, sir.
You got it. Thanks, brother.
There he is, Brad Adam, Roots Sports. Again, follow him on Twitter at Real Brad Adam. Content every Tuesday at 1 o'clock right here on PuckSports.com.